Today I'm taking a look at the new AirPods 3 Pros and I'm going to go over the new features and the features carried over from the Pro 2s. Also, we're going to cover the controversy over the fitment issues that people have been having. The AirPods Pro 3 have a slightly redesigned shape. This is in order to make them fit better and to create better sound cancelling. They're slightly smaller than the older version. The case is slightly bigger. Height-wise, the difference is roughly 2mm. Length-wise, it's about 1.6mm. The new AirPods have an increased battery life with an extra 2 hours with active noise cancellation. That's 2 hours longer than the previous version. You roughly get around 8 hours of playback with active noise on. The sound cancelling is also improved. Apple claims it's 2 times better than the second generation and 4 times better than the first generation. It also has a better IP rating. It's now IP57 over IP54 for the two. Apple claims they should be able to withstand up to 30 minutes in a metre of water without sustaining any water damage. This also means if you're going to work out with them, sweat shouldn't be an issue either. The Pro 3s also have a heart rate monitor built in now, which is handy if you forget your Apple Watch. The case also has a new U2 chip. This is for more accurate spatial awareness. In turn, you get a more precise location when using with the Find My app. The new AirPods come with redesigned ear tips. They're now foam injected into silicone. This is meant to give a better seal for the active noise cancelling, also expected to give comfort over longer periods of time. That's the new features covered. Let's have a look what's been carried over from the previous generation. So you still get live translation. For that to work, you need to have your phone with you because your phone does the processing of the translation. You also get the hearing aid capabilities from the previous gen, adaptive audio and head tracking for answering calls with a nod of your head. Conversation awareness. When you're listening to conversation awareness, the AirPods can tell when you are talking. They'll take away the noise cancellation and lower the music while you finish your conversation. Once conversation is finished, it will return everything back to normal. I have tried this. I don't tend to like it because if you cough or you start to sing, as people do when they're listening to music, it will stop because it thinks you're having a conversation with somebody else. You also get transparency mode. This allows you to listen to the outside world if you're walking down the streets. You can still hear people approaching, you can still hear traffic, but it does counter really loud noises, and it does this in real time. This is helped by the H2 chip, which is fast enough to calculate the sound of noises and cancel them out as they're happening. Now to the elephant in the room. Since they've launched, quite a few users have reported that they're not as comfortable as they was expected to be, especially over longer periods of listening. The most common complaint is discomfort after around 20 or 30 minutes of wearing. Some people say their ears start to feel sore after a while compared to the previous gen. There's reports of AirPods coming loose during workouts or when running, even when the ear tips are the right size. The new shape clearly works for some people and doesn't work for others. There's also been reports of a build-up of pressure in some users' ears, and they tend to get ear fatigue after long periods of listening. This could be down to the tighter sealing for the active noise cancellation or the redesigned tips. I do tend to think they're less comfortable. When you take the tip off where the speaker is, it does protrude now, it isn't flat. You can feel this and it does tend to make the ear sore. Also, my left one fits perfectly and the right one doesn't. It tends to fall out. I have seen reports of this on the internet, and people have said they have a better success rate trying different size tips. So I have done that and it still doesn't seem to resolve the issue. Also, the smaller tip doesn't seem to seal as well, so the noise cancelling doesn't seem as good. For me, the Gen 2 were a much better fit, had no issues with them. I also like to sleep with my AirPods in. I know this is not for everybody. I can't do that with the 3s because of the protruding speaker inside. When you lie on it, you can feel that sticking into your ear. A lot of people have suggested using third-party ear tips, so I am going to go down that route and see if I can get better success rate with a third-party tip. I will keep you updated on that. So the overall verdict is the new features are really good. The active noise cancelling is mega, but that's if you can get them to fit correctly. If they don't fit proper, you're never going to get the full noise cancelling, which means they're going to be no better than the 2s. Do keep in mind though, not everybody has issues with fitment. For some people, they fit first time and that's the end of the problems. It is a select few people that have been having issues with fitment. Majority of the people do have success first time round. If you do have fitment issues, I don't think it's going to be worth upgrading. You're never going to know if they fit until you've got a pair. That's the only issue. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to take a look at them for yourselves. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one.